Hello everyone and welcome to the editing room. Yes, the first live broadcast, and hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. Now, before I actually appeared on your screens, you would have seen some slideshow which was just showing you some of the social networks that I frequent quite a lot. Obviously Instagram, we've got Facebook, and of course YouTube, which you're watching this live broadcast on. And this is the first broadcast from the new editing room, and I hope that you managed to catch the actual recording of the editing room tour, which went live on my channel about almost 12 hours ago now. It's had such a great feedback that I just cannot emphasize enough how just sort of grateful and humbled I am that you watch my broadcasts and you watch my videos and you just comment so frequently. I really cannot thank you enough. So first of all, before I get started on the live stream good and proper, I just want to talk you through a few little bits around the editing room. So first of all, this foam that you see in the background here, this is from a company called AIX Foam. Now, they were really very helpful in helping me to select the best foam for the editing room. Now, when you do any sort of audio work, and audio obviously goes alongside video, it's very important that you treat audio as an important factor of what you're doing, and you can really improve the acoustics of a room by using this sort of foam. Now I'm just going to quickly tell you the different sorts of foam that are actually available, and I'm going to show you this one as well. Now there are foam wedges which are actually like peaks that come in and out and go in straight lines. There are like a convoluted foam which sort of looks more like the egg boxes, and this is why sometimes you see people use egg boxes for absorbing sound. And then there's this trapezoid pattern. Now I went for the trapezoid pattern because it really does have good acoustic capabilities for the type of room that I'm in, and it suited the acoustics of the room. So this is why I went for this one, and you can get it in different height profiles as well, and in different colours. There was an orange colour, but I decided that would be too much for the walls. I know I love orange. There was also a light grey and a dark grey, but this colour actually matches the carpet in the editing room, and it also sort of matches, although not entirely. If I just come this way, out of the way, you can see the red retro cabinet behind me here, and it sort of matches that. I've also had questions already on the editing room tour video that went on the channel earlier today as to how I actually affixed it to the walls and this sort of sloping part here. And it's actually got a backing that you peel off, and it's sticky underneath. So this is how it's adhered to the walls. So if you're putting this on top of wallpaper, make sure you got it in the right place first, because once it's actually up, if you took it off of wallpaper, it will take the wallpaper off as well. A little tip for you is you can sort of just cut strips off and just attach it with the small strips taken off, and then obviously it won't do quite as much damage. But once it's up, it is really up. Now just to quickly explain what you can see behind me here, this area here was planned, and all of this was planned. And then this part here, just going up on this corner section, this was really for decoration purposes. And then I wasn't planning on covering the whole area behind the monitor that's just out of shot for you. I was planning on leaving some of the wall there, but when I was actually testing it, and I did some audio recordings with the Rode NT1 microphone, it didn't sound as good as I wanted it to. I was still getting some sort of reverb, so I just added in some more of this, and it took that reverb out, and it just made the sound a much more focused sound without any echo at all, and I was just really pleased with how this was performing. So this is from, as I say, from AIX Foam. Just a big thank you to them for all of their advice. They even helped me with the design of how it was going to go onto the wall, so very pleased with that. So I wanted to just show you that first, because that was one of the main bits and pieces that I actually really researched well before doing the changes to the editing room. I will come on to your comments very soon. Before I do so, I'll just also let you know about this worktop. Now, a lot of people have commented on how nice this looks. This is made of solid bamboo. Now, you can get different grades of bamboo. This is a caramel one. And you can also get it in what's called like a full stave, or in smaller sections. And this is made up of smaller... Get your words out. I need a drink already. This is made of smaller sections, so it's not made of the full stave, which would be a more solid bamboo. But this was more affordable, but it's still pre-oiled by Worktop Express. That's the company I got it from, and it's very, very tactile. And I'm so pleased that I went for this surface instead of going for an IKEA tabletop. I like the IKEA tabletop still, because you can change them out and swap them out for different colours, or if you've got a white one and it gets a mark on it, it's not too expensive to swap it out. But for the editing room, where I'm not doing so much sort of face down recording on the desk, I thought that a solid wood top would be much more tactile and look a lot nicer as well. So this particular live broadcast isn't going to be all about the editing room, but I just wanted to cover off those bits first. But if you have watched the tour video and you've got any questions, now's the time to put them in the comments, and I'll work through some questions coming in via the comment system. So let's just have a look and see how many of you are here. Very interested to see this. Wow, we've got 32 of you joining us so far. A big, big thank you for that. That's really great. I hope that you're getting a nice clear video as well. And I'm also going to show you something right now that will give you a bit of insight into another change I made since actually recording that editing room tour. Now, when I recorded the editing room tour, I showed you the camera that I'm recording this on, and at the time it was a Logitech either C910 or C920. I think I said it was a C920, but it was in fact a C910. But with the latest version of Wirecast I'm using for this broadcast, it didn't work very well. So I've swapped that out for a different camera already, and what you're seeing video from at the moment is the Brother NW100, and I just want to show you the difference between the Brother NW100 that I'm recording this on now to the built-in FaceTime camera. And I'm going to do the switch now. So now what you're seeing is the built-in FaceTime camera. I have to just sort of go over onto the desk a little bit more here. This is the built-in FaceTime camera on the Retina 15-inch MacBook Pro. So top-end 15-inch MacBook Pro, the HD FaceTime camera. And you can see it's a lot different. I think the colours are slightly more accurate, but there's a lot more grain, and it's just not as nice, not as good clarity. So I'm going to switch back over to the Brother NW1000 now, and now you're seeing video from the Brother NW1000, which I think is so much clearer. So I just wanted to do that quick demonstration for you. So let's take a look at some of the questions that are coming in so far. Tryfly Ycry says, sweet locker, suits the foam. Top stuff. I really do appreciate that. It does suit the foam. I really like this locker. I think it's absolutely fantastic. In fact, I'm going to move out of the way and just show you this locker again, even though I've already put this in the main editing tour video. Let me just show you this. So it's a metal locker. It really does look like these old retro style as well. Bright red. You can get it in all different colours. I think they do a blue, a green, a white. I think they do a black, and obviously this red colour as well. And then this has got all my bits and pieces inside. So I've got my watches and various bits and pieces. If you want to see the full contents, you're going to have to watch the editing room tour video. But I'm really pleased with that. I was so pleased with how it went together and how it looks, and there's plenty of storage space in there, and it looks good. And that was from a placeforeverything.co.uk. Very nice company to deal with. They've been really responsive as well to some of the emails I've sent them, and it just looks fantastic. So cool comment. Thank you very much for that. Let's just have a look through this. Got so many comments coming in already. Hello Dave from Audi 12,000, oh, 123,000. Hi, you are a really valued viewer and member of the Geekanoids community. In fact, all of you are, but Aldi, I certainly recognise your name. And Moomin Hamid as well, welcome. Logan Lindsay, welcome. Lewis Bowers, welcome to the live stream. Arta as well, welcome, I recognise your name. Levi Cezibia, if I've got your name right, thank you for joining us. Beyonce fan 2382. Elias84, hola, amigo Dave, hola. Max Smith, hi. Max Smith also asks, are you going to do another studio tour? I tend to do studio tours just once a year, really. But I recently did the studio desk tour in the studio, which, although it didn't show you all around the studio, it was mainly concentrating on the new desk that I installed in there. What I will probably do is wait until there's enough updates in the studio before I actually show you that one. So that's what I'll probably do. So there will be another studio tour, but just not yet. Next question. Wow, there is so many questions coming in. We've got a question here from Sneakerhead B. What type of Invicta watch is in there? I did do a video on it, but for you, just for you, Sneakerhead B, let's get that watch out. How did you see the Invicta watch? It was behind something. You must have watched the video earlier. I love watches. I really do. I'm addicted to watches. I could spend so much money on watches. It is unbelievable. This is an Invicta watch. It's a little bit overexposed because of the lighting in here. But this is something that I actually purchased from Amazon. This is what it looks like in the box. And I got it when they were doing those sort of lightning deals. And it was down from, I don't know, something about £599. And I think I got it for about 70 something. And this is what it looks like. It is a really cool watch. I absolutely love it. This is actually still one of my favourite watches. I don't wear it enough, actually. But it's really cool. And the model number, where's the model number? Is 13934. So it's model number 13934. And I love watches. In fact, if I get enough people requesting it, I will do a video where I show you all of my watches in the one video. So also for the questions, when you're posting questions in this live broadcast, if you want to ask anything at all about the editing room or anything about my cameras, I've got all my cameras lined up here ready as well, then please do ask them in the comments. Let's make this a real techie geeky broadcast because I absolutely love answering questions. So, well, all these are scrolling up very quick. Next question is Max Smith. How much is your big terabyte thing with the blue light and where did you get it from? Well, that is a LaCie 5 big Thunderbolt drive. That's what I use for my main storage. It's not used for backup really, although some of it is. I'll just quickly explain. It's got 5 bays in it, and each of those 5 bays has got a 2 terabyte drive in it. The first 3 are configured in a stripe array, and so they're really fast, and that's what I use for capturing video to. And then bays 4 and 5 are a mirrored set, so they back up my video data, and then I've got a mirrored copy as well. So if anything goes wrong with one of those drives, in bay 4 for example, I've still got all the data in bay 5, so I've got some data redundancy there. It was actually purchased from Apple. I actually purchased that direct from the Apple store. There wasn't any good deals going on it. I think it was a little bit cheaper on Pixmania, about sort of 80 quid, but once you added in all the delivery charges and everything, it worked out roughly the same. So that's where I got it from the Apple store. What else have we got in here? Wow, so many questions. It's a bit overwhelming actually. I haven't done a live stream for a long time, and so many questions coming in. Mitch Jackson, hello Mitch. Where do you get the bobbleheads? You can see my bobbleheads up behind me here. I'm going to grab one. Let's grab one down. I love bobbleheads, and I also love Big Bang Theory. And this is Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory. bring it back there. I absolutely love them. I really do. I've got some Star Wars ones as well. I've got like Yoda and Darth Vader, etc. But I love Big Bang Theory, so they're primarily Big Bang Theory bobbleheads. And I got them all from Amazon. In fact, a couple of them were gifts from viewers, which was really kind of them. I've got an Amazon wish list, which has got all of the bobbleheads that I want in that wish list, and that's in the video description. So if you want to check the link to my wish list, you'll see all of the ones that I still want. So I absolutely love it though. Let's pop him in the Mac Pro. It's got its use. That design has finally got its use. You can use it for storing your bobblehead. Singular, because there's only room for one in there. So let's go to some other questions. Wow. Let's just scroll down. Here we go. Arta says, I need that. Perfect forehand. Do you consider yourself an overprotective parent? Yes, I do. I'm always so concerned about my children that I am overprotective, but it gets easier with time. You learn when to let go a little bit, and you let them learn sort of from their own mistakes, but obviously not putting them in any danger. But yes, I do think I am a bit overprotective. The trouble with these comments is they scroll up and it goes all the way up to the top each time. Ah, hi Sven. Greetings from Germany. You've managed to tune in. That is awesome. Sven tweeted me earlier and said he was going to try and tune in for the live stream. Has to use Hotspot Shield to be able to watch my broadcast. Brilliant that you've managed to make it. Hello Sven, and hello to everyone else that's joined us as well. Next question is, oh, nice comment though, Pixel FinTech. Sup bro, loving the room. Thank you very much, I really do appreciate that. Next question is from Antonio Warren, and it's just scrolled off the screen. Let's find it again. Oh my goodness, where has it gone? Here we go. Antonio Warren, did you do anything with the Sigma lenses that you reviewed a while back? Yes, I did. I used them for photography. I tried them for video, which is my main use for my Micro Four Thirds camera, and they were so noisy for video work. Superb for photography, no issues at all. But I just didn't like how they were performing for video, so I actually sold them. I sold all 3 Sigma lenses. Capital Gods asks, hi Dave, what's up? It's all good. It's all good in the editing room. Arta says, do you need an additional software to stream? I'm pretty sure that you can stream without any additional software. I might be wrong. I might be wrong on that. But when you stream through YouTube, you get a free version of Wirecast anyway. So if you've got streaming capability on your channel, then you can certainly download the free version of Wirecast, which is what I'm using at the moment. It's a little bit limited in what you can do with it, but totally free, and that allows you to switch between cameras, switch between audio. So when you saw earlier I switched between the Brother NW1000 to the built-in FaceTime camera, that was all done via the Wirecast software. And I can also overlay the graphics that I'll do halfway through this. I've got a little slideshow that I play halfway through. It gives me a chance to get a drink. So you'll see that I can switch between screen presentations as well. Next one is from DLRP fan. Oh, DLRP fans. Will you do a review of the Sony 4K camera? Okay, here's the news on the Sony 4K camera. I've been super interested in it because it's going to be one of the first affordable 4K cameras that becomes available. But my budget is only limited to getting one camera in, and I'm really wanting to get the Panasonic GH4. Why? Because I use a Panasonic Lumix G6. This is my main camera for video work. I'm familiar with all of the interface. I've got lenses, microphone works well, familiar with all the settings on it as well. So I'm going to be using a Panasonic GH4 with the 4K option for doing 4K footage on the channel. And this is going to be available probably the last week of April or the first week of May. And my money's going to go on this. It's going to take all my budget and all my savings to get a GH4. So I will try and still get a Sony one in to review. If I don't manage it, then a shout out to Detroit Borg, He's already got his, so check out his coverage of it. He's done a really good unboxing and tour around the camera. And I'm just super excited to see what Mike makes of it and see some footage from it as well from Mike. So do check out Detroit Borg's channel. Right, let's have a look at the questions again. And thank you for all of the questions. So many questions coming in. Top Tech Talk asks, other than the Thunderbolt display, what is your favourite display? Well, I haven't got a favourite display, but ones that stand out for me are the Dell Ultra HD displays. They've also got a really nice 4K display just come out as well. And also iArmor as a brand, I think they make really good value and good quality displays as well. But there are some other ones coming out. There's like an Asus one coming out, which has got an IPS panel in. That looks really nice. So, but this is my favourite. This one sitting just here, this Thunderbolt display, definitely my favourite. Next question. And again, YouTube needs to sort out this commenting system because every time it scrolls all the way down. So we've got a question here from Elias84. Do you recommend the Canon X10 for professional videos? Canon X10. I'm not sure of that particular model number. If you mean the XA10, it's absolutely brilliant camera. Very, very good indeed. If you're looking for real professional videos, a lot of people say, oh, I need this certain camera for pro videos, and they say the same for taking photos as well. They're under this assumption that you need a top-end DSLR to take good photos. Use what you've got. There are some fantastic videos and fantastic photos taken with consumer-grade cameras. My Panasonic G6, which I showed you a short while ago, that's not a pro camera, but I think it produces excellent quality video for YouTube. And even for some of the commercial work I do, I still use this as B-roll footage in some of the commercial videos I make. So, you know, it's all relative. Make the best you can with the products you've actually got. I didn't mean to diss your question. It is a very good camera if you're referring to the XA10, but I'm just saying the camera is not the be-all and end-all. It's what you do with it that really counts. Next question is from Perfect Forehand. Is it worth upgrading a used iPhone 4S to iOS 7? Just about. It handles it okay. Not brilliant, but it handles it okay. So yeah, go for it. Right, Levi Zabir. I can't pronounce your name. Levi Chibir, perhaps. What cameras do you have? I have a range of cameras actually, but the main ones I've got here are the ones I'll show you. So obviously got the Panasonic Lumix G6. That's what I use for my videos that I produce on the Geekanoids channel. I've got this one here. This is my Sony RX100 Mark II, and I use this on this X-Shot extending arm for holding like this, and I do all of my videos, my daily videos, my personal vlogs using the RX100 Mark II. Best camera I've got, and I've even produced some of the main videos on the Geekanoids channel using this as well. So very, very good camera. And then when I'm going out to take photos, so if I go out on a photo walk, or if I go out with the family and I just want to bring a camera along, this is what I bring. And this is really good for video as well. This is the Olympus OMD EM1 with 12 to 40mm lens on it. Micro Four Thirds camera again, so I can use this lens on the Panasonic if I want to. Interchangeable. Fantastic. Awesome. And I mean awesome camera. The quality this produces, and I was really surprised that it produces really good quality video as well. But for photos, exquisite quality. And a lot of professionals are actually dropping their DSLRs and picking up Olympus OMD EM1s. There's also an EM5 and an EM10 as you go down the range, which are fantastic cameras too. So that's my main cameras. I've got some other little cameras dotted around as well, and I've also got Canon 5D Mark III, which I still go to sometimes when I'm doing commercial videos, but I tend to just pick up one of these guys really for doing most of my videos, apart from when it's really detail critical. But I will be switching over to the 4K cameras, of course, when they're actually available. So let's have a look and see what other questions we have. Wow. So many. Marcos asks, you picking up a Razer Naboo? No, I'm not. I won't be picking up one of those. I don't see any need to. Really. I'm not a big gamer. I don't use PC Gamer or Windows much, so I probably won't. Try Fly Y-Cry, new logo and banner soon to spice up the channel. Probably not. I've only just recently changed it. Jussie, hey, my question is, who writes those wonderful articles on Geekanoid's website each day? They are awesome. I wonder who writes them. I'm kidding. Jussie, you do a fantastic job, and welcome to the live stream. We've got so many questions coming in here. Wow. Here we go. Oh dear, and it's just jumped up to the top again. Mr. Faisal G247. Dave, do you do shout-outs? Hi, Mr. Faisal G247. There's your shout-out. But I generally don't. Do shout-outs. Greetings to Tech Blog Suomi from Finland. Awesome that you tuned in from Finland. Very, very good. Mr. MP8 says, you love red? Well, my favourite colour is actually orange, but I do like red as well. I really do. Perfect Forehand asks, what are your expectations for the upcoming Canon 7D Mark II? To be honest, it's going to sound like a really rubbish answer. I haven't really even given it any thought. I know they're probably going to give us a slightly faster burst rate. They're probably going to give us the dual pixel CMOS AF, so better autofocusing during video. And hopefully they just continue improving that particular range in the Canon lineup. So I'm going to take more questions, but I'm just going to grab a quick drink, and whilst I'm taking the drink, I will let you see a slideshow of some of the websites, mainly social networks, where you can actually see me on a daily basis. Towards the end of the slideshow, there is also a mention of my Patreon campaign. Now, at patreon.com/geekanoids, you can actually support me directly. I'm planning on bringing back the Mega Gadget Collection. And for just $2 a month and upwards, you can help support what I do and actually get something in return. There's various perks. It's not obligatory that you do. I love you all equally, but if you can check out my Patreon campaign, then please do. So I'll be back with you in a very short while. So I am back, refreshed a little bit. Get such a croaky voice when I continually talk all the time. Anyway, I have got some more questions coming here. Mr. Faisal G247, what is your favourite phone? iPhone 5S. I've used other phones, but I always end up going back to the iPhone. Andre Flores asks, how many Macs have you owned in your life? Wow, that is a hard question. I would probably say in excess of 30, I would say, because I normally update on a regular basis as well. When a new model comes out, I normally either pass my older models on to other members of the family, or I sell them, and then that funds the newer model. And I do that so that I can bring you videos of the newer models, because for a long time now, it was probably about maybe 2.5 years ago, Apple used to send me review product, and they used to loan me product, and they loan me iPods, they've loaned me iPhones, they've loaned me, they've given me software to actually review, because they don't take software back. And I used to review, for example, one of the iPod Nanos they sent me. I'd review it, and then after the loan period they would collect it. But for about 2 years or 2.5 years, they've stopped doing that. So I have to fund my own purchases now, albeit I don't buy them through the normal retail route. But yeah, that's roughly how many I've owned. Next question is from Perfect Forehand again. Will camera phones eventually kill the compact camera market? I don't think so, not quite, because using my Sony RX100 Mark II as an example, smartphone would never replace that. This is just too good. The optics are too good. Smartphones would have to be a lot thicker to have good enough optics to actually replace a high-end compact camera. Budget compact cameras? Yeah, sure, that's a possibility. Next question is from DLRP fans. What editing software do you prefer? Well, I've got my Mac Pro fired up here, and I run Final Cut Pro 10 on that, and on my MacBook Pro, and on my Mac Mini. So that's my preferred software. Very, very good question. You get used to something. I've used Adobe's Premiere Pro, and yeah, it's fantastic. Good software, but I just didn't find it as intuitive to use as Final Cut Pro. So I'm going to take some more questions in a second. I just want to quickly look at some of the statistics here. We have got 62 viewers, so 62 current viewers watching this live broadcast. Thank you all for tuning in. That really is great. I really do appreciate it. If you can, just take 10, 20 seconds, however long it takes you, to copy and paste a link to this live broadcast and tweet it out. That would be absolutely awesome. Let's try and get this number up to 100. So let's take some more questions. The next question is from wow, 123 Kieran F asks, what are your thoughts on the Xbox One? Well, I unboxed both the Xbox One and the Sony PS4 when they were launched. I actually still have both of the consoles. I know you didn't ask me for a comparison, but I'm going to do it as a comparison. I think the Xbox One is a lot more of an entertainment centre because it does so much. Great games, great graphics, great power. The PS4, I do prefer the controller, and I prefer the user interface. I think I prefer the user interface because I like the PS3 more, and the interface is very similar, although it's a lot richer. And I like some more of the exclusive titles that are either out or coming out on the PS4. So, but the Xbox One, absolutely awesome piece of kit. They're both equally as good as each other, but in slightly different ways. So I hope that answers your question. Next question is from... and you'll have to excuse me taking time on these questions, but I have to keep scrolling down. Martin Ancher Hansen asks, what car are you driving? I drive a Mini Cooper, red one. Absolutely love it. Would I buy another one? Probably not. I'm looking at changing cars probably next year to something very, very exciting. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know what I'm planning for next year. So do follow me on Instagram, and it is a complete change of direction. So if I can make this particular project I'm working on come to fruition, it will happen. It will happen. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to focus. You've got to believe you can get something to happen, and you can make it happen. That is my strong belief. Belief in yourself and really focus. So next question is from... I'm not going to take them all because there is so many. Jake Manallinson asks, any future tech that you're looking forward to? Yes, the iWatch. I'm looking forward to what Apple does in the wearable tech space. Jussie Hay, hello world, I'm Chris Prillo, and you're watching the Locker Gnome Daily Report. I mucked that up, didn't I? I'll try again. Hello world, I'm Chris Prillo, and you're watching the Locker Gnome Daily Report. Does he do that anymore? Wrong channel. Jussie, stop it. Next question is from Mr. Faisal G247. What's your favourite iPhone case? It's this one. It's a Spigen Neo Hybrid. Spigen Neo Hybrid for the iPhone 5S. Mr. Faisal G again. What do you think of Hondas? Yeah, they're okay. They're okay. I wouldn't buy one myself. Jay Morris asks, hi Dave, Chromebooks. Your thoughts? My thoughts on Chromebooks. I've never done any coverage really on Chromebooks apart from the occasional unboxing. They're okay, but very limited in what you can do with them unless you really sort of hack into them and manage to install another OS on there. You're really reliant on using Google's products. So not overly keen, but they are at a very good price point. My wife has actually got a Chromebook. She's got an HP Chromebook and she loves it because all she does is browse the internet and check emails and watch the occasional YouTube video. Doesn't watch my videos though. I must get onto that. Why doesn't she watch my videos? Oh my goodness. Right, you will have to excuse me everyone if I don't answer all of the questions because there are just too many. And if I miss any out, I'll try and cover them off. If you ask them again by tweeting them at me, I will try and answer them in a future Q&A video. So let's run down some of the questions at the top and I'll just keep running down until I get to the ones that I've answered already. Dr. Jamaica's asks, hello Dave, how are you? I am fine, thank you, and welcome to the broadcast. Tech Blogs to Army says, wow, my dad has a Mini Cooper. Nice car, but didn't quite go well together with the weather in Finland. Your opinion of the new next iMac update? I can't give you an opinion on the next iMac update because it hasn't happened, but I'm hoping they just beef up the specs of it a little bit. I don't think they make many changes though, I really don't. Dr. Jamaica's also asks, hello Dave, how old are you? I am 42. 42 years old and loving it. Dominic London asks, what do you use the old Mac Pro for? Right, the old Mac Pro is not in use yet, but I am hoping to get a new piece of equipment over in the back area here, which will be run purely on the Mac Pro. So nothing yet, but it will be run purely on the Mac Pro. And also, if that equipment doesn't come to fruition, I am still setting up another business. So I'm in the process of setting up a really big project where I'm going to have a team of people actually working with me. And if I'm not using that new Mac Pro on this new bit of equipment by then it'll probably get integrated into the new business alongside the Mac Mini as well. That'll get used in the new business. So I hope that's answered your question. Really good question actually. Richard Waterworth asks, what is your opinion on the design of the Moto 360? Awesome. You need to watch the vlogs, man. You need to watch the vlogs because, Richard, I covered it in the vlog and I really love it. I really do. Sorry, that wasn't meant to sound rude at all, but I really love it and I talked about it in length in one of the vlogs from a couple of days ago. I love the fact that it's round. I love the fact that they've taken things one step further and you can really use it to interact with your Google smartphone, and I think it will be a force to be reckoned with. It really does look nice. I really did like it. What else have we got here? Tryfly Wycry, how is your doggy? Don't know, I can't hear him at the moment, but he was fine earlier today. Alex Woodley asks, apart from 4K, what will 2014 bring? CES 2014 experience. I'm not going to be going to CES because I just can't afford to go over there. But 2014 for me is going to be obviously for introduction of 4K. Trying to set up this other project which will bring great news to you guys and girls. This new business is really going to be good. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time and it will give me a more secure future. But it's also going to be very productive and creative as well. So I'm hoping that all of you that watch my videos will get involved in some way. So more news on that when I can share it. For 2014 and beyond, as I say, follow me on Instagram because I've got this really big project. I'm hoping at the start, sort of first quarter of 2015, I'll be able to put that into action. And that's going to be all based around video on the Geek and Noise channel. So please do stay tuned for that. Next question is from Tech Blogs Suomi. When do you think the iMacs are going to be updated next? It's probably going to be about 2 months, I reckon. We've got Macwell going on soon. They might do a silent announcement then. They might not, but within the next 2 months, I think we'll see some sort of announcement. Joe L, what computer speakers do you use? Well, you can see in the editing room tour, there's no speakers at the moment. I'm actually waiting for a pair of Ruark MR1s to be delivered, and they'll be the one that I will be using, or the ones I'll be using. Carp Tiberiu, Hackintosh, question mark. Not for me, unfortunately. KT3300, what company do you have? Well, Geekanoids is an actual company. Geekanoids is what encompasses everything that I do on YouTube and social networking, social media services, presenting other people's videos. And then I also have another company which still comes under the Geekanoids umbrella, which I do commercial videos. So I do demonstration videos for other companies. And those are the videos where I don't offer up any opinion on a product. I'm just showing how something works. And then they use that for either internal sales or to go on their website or to go on their YouTube channel. You know, it's just for their use. I've got no sort of opinion on what I'm actually demonstrating. It's purely for them to demonstrate their product or service. So I hope that sort of answers your question. I need to stop speaking so loud. The voice is going. Lots of questions. Oh, here's another nice question. Kent Hady Jensen asks, how is the noise from the LaCie NAS? Well, this one that I've got here isn't the NAS. There are two versions of the LaCie 5 Big. There's a NAS version, and then there's also a Thunderbolt version. Now, I'm not sure if they're internally exactly the same. They look very similar, so I would imagine the noise would be very similar as well. I've got my LaCie NAS actually in a cupboard underneath this desk, and I still hear it very slightly whirring away. But don't forget, it's got 5 2 terabyte physical hard drives in. It's not solid state drives, so they're spinning, so it does create some noise. But I haven't heard any fan noise. It seems to dissipate the heat very, very efficiently, and it must have a very quiet fan in there if it comes on at all. I haven't heard that come on. So really, really good question. So I'm just going to take a drink because my voice is going. Entertain yourselves for 10 seconds. That's better. A little bit. Matthew Cronin asks, any case recommendations for the MacBook Pro? Why I use the Incipio Feather case. If you do watch my editing room tour, that has got the Incipio Feather case right at the beginning, and I've also got a separate video on it as well. Bruden Hell asks, Dave, does the new VR headset appeal to you? I assume you're talking about the Sony Morpheus, is it called? I can't remember the exact name. I'm pretty sure that is the name. And yes, it does appeal to me a great deal. I really do want to get one in. I've been also looking at one on Kickstarter that actually projects onto the back of your retina. I'd love to try that one. I'm too late to fund it, I think, but I would love to try it. I might pre-order one of those. But it does interest me because I think if you can encompass your sort of self into an experience, I think you experience it a lot better. I've not really enjoyed 3D TV much myself because of the external distractions, and also because I don't find it that crisp. I think if I was to immerse myself in an experience, then I would get a lot more enjoyment out of it. Now, I did see a question from Lack78, or a comment saying how ergonomic my chair looks. I just want to stand up and give you a look at my chair. I won't be able to show you it all, but this is the back section of and my camera's not going to focus now. Hello! This is the back section of my Herman Miller chair. I love this chair. If you want a proper look at it, then again check out the editing room tour video. There is a link to that in the video description, and you will see this from top to bottom. But it's so ergonomic, you can adjust everything on it, and I've had this for about 6 or 7 years, and it still looks like new. It's got a couple of little marks on it, but no issues at all with it. I absolutely love it. Very, very, and it's very important to have good ergonomics. If you're sitting at a chair for a long time, doing editing or a desk job, it's really important to have good ergonomics in a chair. Lax78. Dave, are you often confused with Jason Bradbury? Well, throughout my time of doing YouTube, and I know Jason, we've talked privately as well. In fact, he asked me for a recommendation one year for a bike for his son, and he went with my suggestion. Good choice, Jason. But yes, I do get told from my profile photo that I look like Jason Bradbury. I've never had it said to me by somebody who's recognised me on the street, and I've been recognised, I think, from the time of me first starting doing YouTube to today. I think I've been recognised about 20 or 30 times. I even had some guy chase me down the road. I came out of a pie shop in Cambridge, of all places, and I had somebody say, Dave, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I'm on holiday. What's this guy doing calling my name out? And I sort of walked a bit faster and he come running after me. All he wanted to do was say hello. Really surreal. Very, very surreal. But yes, I do get obviously confused with Jason online, but not in person. Perfect Forehand asks, is it possible for a YouTube channel to sponsor a major tech event? Yeah, easily possible. If I saw a tech event that I wanted to get involved with, I could sponsor it. If I saw a value in doing that, then yes, it is definitely possible. Unboxing Reviews 1997. What theme have you gone with in your editing room? I think it's a wine red, futuristic look. Ideal for geeks like me. Is that a good answer? I think it looks awesome. I know I'm biased, but I really do think it looks awesome. Team Panoramic asks, which DSLR do you think has the best stabilisation when recording video? I would say use a tripod. I know it sounds like a very strange answer, but I wouldn't rely on stabilisation whilst recording video. I would either have a rig, sort of a shoulder rig, or some sort of stabilisation underneath the camera with weights, or I would use a tripod. Lax78. Dave, what is your favourite junk food to eat after a night out of boozing? I've never had a night out boozing. Well, actually I have. Probably twice in my whole life. Favourite junk food though, I love either Häagen-Dazs or Ben & Jerry's ice cream. And I could eat a whole tub. Joseph Wingate asks, why did you start doing this? Well, I started doing this primarily because I was always asked for recommendations for smartphones, computers, troubleshooting with computers, accessories to enhance sort of computers, and this was going back about 7-8 years ago. And I would share this information, love giving people advice, and then I got involved in writing, but unfortunately I suffer with a repetitive strain injury, and rather than sit there typing on the keyboard all the time, I thought a better way of showing people how stuff works was via the medium of YouTube. And YouTube had only just started when I actually started my channel, and that's why I just love sharing information. I really do. Elmish J asks, best headphones you have ever tried? I've got them here just by chance. These are awesome, absolutely awesome. These are the Audio Technica ATH-M50s, and these are some of the best headphones that you can actually buy. These are studio monitoring headphones, super comfortable, super clarity. There's actually a new ATH-M50X version available now, which has got a detachable cable. These ones are the older version, but you won't get better for your money. You can spend £600, £700, £800, £1,000. I've got a couple of very expensive pair of headphones that I use for listening to music, but these are awesome. These are my headphones that I would recommend all the time. Very, very good. I really do love them, and they're available in different colours as well. 123 Kieran F asks, is that V-dub camper made of Lego? If so, do you have any other sets? Shall I grab it down? Let me grab it. It's actually stuck down with little bits of blue tack so that it doesn't come off. This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. Myself and my son made this over the Christmas period. It took us 7 to 8 hours to build, and yes, it is made of Lego. Oh, and something just fell out. Let me just grab that. Somebody has been putting little models inside my VW camper van. Hunger Games model and VW camper van do not mix. But yes, it is made of Lego. You can open all the doors. These open up to reveal the kitchen and all the seats inside. And you can even, you ready for this? You can even pull this up so it extends the headroom inside the VW camper van. So that extends it like that. And it's got a roof rack, and you can lift up the tailgate to reveal the engine. It is just awesome. This is brilliant. And yes, I have got other sets. I have got lots and lots of Lego because I love Lego. We did a really good jet engine plane as well just recently. I think I did a video about that. And I've also got my Big Ben that I actually built. I just love Lego. I really do. I love the architecture Lego in the vehicles. They're my main sort of love when it comes to Lego. And close up. You want to see a close up? Let's give you a close up. I'm not sure how close this will actually focus. That's what it looks like close up. You getting that? Looks alright, doesn't it? I think it's really nice. Very, very cool. So, Moomin Hamid asked, will you ever do a podcast on iTunes? Used to do a podcast, but I just got too busy with YouTube, and it was a little bit time consuming just getting it up, the feed up and everything, and processing it. So I sort of stopped. But yeah, I would love to do one if I could organise my time to allow it. Levi Wiley asks, have you talked to MBKHD before? I think you mean MKBHD. Marquez makes awesome videos. I've never actually talked to him in person or on Skype or anything. We've communicated via comments and Twitter, etc. Awesome quality videos. Really big respect. Carp Tiberio asks, can you share a piece of your wisdom on being organised? I certainly can. If you're self-employed, you have to be really sort of strict with yourself on time management. You really do, because you can get distracted in so many ways. And one of the main ways that I keep myself from being distracted is just to really focus at the task in hand. When I first started doing YouTube and social networking, I would be, using this as an example, I'd be flicking between Twitter and Facebook and later Google Plus, and answering emails, and then coming back to video and doing a YouTube video and answering comments. And I would be all over the place. Some people call that multitasking, switching between apps. I don't think it's a good idea. I think you need to focus at the task at hand. So if I'm producing a video, everything gets turned off. And even my phone goes on silent. If a call comes in, I miss the call. And I focus on doing the video. And then when I actually come to editing, I will edit. So I won't be distracted by emails. And then I have like 2 sessions, possibly 3 sessions a day, just to answer emails. And they're like 20-minute to 30-minute sessions. Do as much as I can in that session, and then I can focus just at that task. And then the same with social networking. Not quite so much with social networking, but certainly for the most part, I will answer Twitter questions at certain times a day. But if somebody wants an answer straight away, sometimes I'll answer that straight away. And sometimes when I'm socialising with people in the evening, then I jump on and off of Twitter throughout the evening. But yeah, it's just all about being focused and determined, and really being passionate for what you do as well. I think that really helps. If you've got a passion for what you do, then you know what your purpose in life is, and it's not a chore doing anything. It makes everything more enjoyable. So, brilliant question. Awesome question. Somebody asked, I think it was Cry Wi-Fi asks, anything planned for your 3,000th video? Nothing yet. I'm very close to that 3,000 mark. 3,000 videos. Wow. I'm going to have to think of something good. I might just do an extra long personal video. Perhaps a whole day or at least a couple of hours. Something like that. If you've got any suggestions for the 3,000th video, leave them in the comments section or tweet me with your ideas. So we're coming up to the hour mark on this broadcast now, and I'm going to wrap things up very shortly. So I'm going to take perhaps one or two more questions, and let's see what we've got. Need to rest my voice as well. Two more questions I'm going to do, maybe three. Perfect Forehand asks, when do you feel the timing's right to upgrade your videography gear? I say upgrade when your current equipment doesn't deliver what you want it to. So something's failing or the quality's not right, that's the time to upgrade. Don't upgrade just to get the latest model. It's when you have a noticeable difference in quality, or you have something that you need to produce that you can't produce with the equipment you've got. I hope that is a good answer. Mr. Faisal G247 asks, how shall I make my YouTube videos professional? Be yourself, practice, practice, practice. That's the only way. There's no quick and easy way. Some people find it very natural talking to a camera. When I first started, I was very nervous. I used to practice in front of a mirror. So it's only practice that will actually make you seem more at comfort with the camera. Perfect Forehand asks, how can I showcase my photography work without fear of theft? Use watermarks. And I am going to answer one more question. Let's make it a good one. Let's just have a quick flick through. I'm sorry, this is going to be the last question. Here we go. This is the last question because I do get asked this quite a bit. Moomin Hamid asks, will you do a house tour? I won't do a house tour. Sorry to disappoint you. But there are certain things in one's life that you have to keep private. You have to keep something back for yourself. That's why my members of my family, especially my wife, wants to remain private so she doesn't appear in the videos. My children have appeared in the videos from time to time, but they're not that keen, so I respect that privacy. And our house is our private place where we live. So I don't see there being a house tour or crib tour anytime soon. Unless say I won the lottery and we bought a fantastic house that was just for producing YouTube videos. You get what I mean? I just have to keep something back. I have to keep something back that's mine, that I share with my family. So I hope you understand that. We're coming up to the hour mark now, so I'm going to actually finish things up here and just say thank you to everyone who has watched this video. Thank you for joining us for the live stream. It really has been fantastic getting back to live broadcasting again. It's also made me realise that I need to do something with my voice because I keep sipping water, but the voice keeps going. So I need something to lubricate my voice for broadcasting live. I'm not used to talking for an hour non-stop. I'm quite a quiet person, believe it or not. But thank you again to everyone who's joined us for the live stream. It's really been fantastic for all your comments. Just thank you for those. Thank you for all the questions as well. Don't forget, you can always get me on Twitter. You can always watch my daily videos and drop comments in there. Check out my Instagram for photos every single day, including this new project I'm working on for next year. I'm going to leave you with the slideshow again, which gives you all of the different website addresses where you can find me. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. There's another video going up on the channel tomorrow. And of course on Monday, you'll be seeing the weekend long Q&A session. How cool is that? So I hope you're all having a fantastic Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your evening or the rest of your day, depending on where you are in the world. And enjoy the rest of your weekend as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all again next time. Cheers everyone. See ya.